Hey guys, so today I am doing another segment of the Cassie Awards, and today our topic has to be eyes. I've already done face and lips at this point. I will link those down below, and in the future I will be talking about skincare as well. So let's just get started because I have been finding that these videos are very long. So the first category is single eyeshadows. The winner for 2015 has got to go to the Milani Bella Eyes collection. My absolute favorite shade within this collection has to be Bella Champagne. There was a time where I was using this every single day as my entire lid color, and I would recommend this to anybody. This is just what the shade looks like. It's like a rosy champagne color, not a true like golden champagne color, but it's still absolutely beautiful. And the other color I have with me is in taupe, and that's just what the taupe color looks like. I actually kind of want to use this as a contour and see how that works, but I know I also have like a peachy color and like a soft brown color and a couple other colors. The runner-up for single eyeshadows has got to go to the Almay Softies collection. I haven't really used this one much. This one is in the shade Champagne. It is kind of glittery, but I feel like the glitter doesn't really show up once you apply it onto your eyes. So I really only find use for this as a brow bone highlight, or occasionally as an inner corner highlight. But out of the two that I own, my favorite has got to go to the Almay Softies in Peach Fuzz. This is just a great transition shade, and it's absolutely beautiful. These are some of the softest eyeshadows you'll ever feel from the drugstore, other than Wet n Wild. And my honorable mention has to go to the Ulta single eyeshadows. I only have one color, and it's in the color Sable, and this was recommended to me by Casey Holmes. She had a video on it where she thought it was the absolutely perfect transition shade, and that's what got me to buy it, and I do have to agree with her. It is an amazing transition shade. I wanted to use it on my eye look today, but I had it packed up for this video, so I ended up using something else. But whenever I'm like stumped on what I want to use as a transition shade, there we go, to put in my crease, I always reach for this. I don't know if you can see, but I've kind of put a dent in it. I'm really excited about that. It's hard for me to put dents in eyeshadows unless it's like a really soft shadow that's easy to dent. Next category is trios and quads, and the winner has got to go to Wet n Wild. Their eyeshadows are amazing. This is in the trio Walking on Eggshells, and like the quality of these is just amazing, and I can't believe I went so long without ever knowing about these. I believe I have all but one of the trios. But Walking on Eggshells is definitely my favorite trio out of all the ones that are currently being sold. In second place, I have to give it to CoverGirl, just because, let's be honest, the CoverGirl trio in Shimmering Sands is absolutely amazing. This is just a great everyday trio, as well as the Walking on Eggshells. But I also do like the quad in Coffee Shop, which is this one. It gives you a good amount of, colors you could use. You could use either one of these on the lid, depending on what you're going for. And what I love about this gold is it's not like a straight up gold. It's like a mustardy green gold. I absolutely love it. And my honorable mention has to go to the e.l.f. Flawless Eyeshadow Quads. These were my very first eyeshadows that I've ever bought, and I absolutely love them. This one is in Golden Goddess. I'm blinding you, I apologize. And this other one I have is in Happy Hour. They're just amazing quads, really good quality. I love e.l.f. Anybody you ask will tell you that. Okay, next category is palettes. And my favorite this year has to go to the Naked 3 palette. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Urban Decay makes amazing eyeshadows. This was my first Urban Decay palette, and this was the only Urban Decay palette I owned up until recently because I just got a bunch for Christmas, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. I wore it all the time. It's a bunch of rosy and rose gold shades, and it just worked out well. My second place goes to the Maybelline The Nudes collections. I have the nudes, the blush nudes, the brights, and the smokes, and I know they just came out with one called the Rock Nudes, and I really want to get that one. I saw it at my local Rite Aid, but these two are the ones I've been playing with most this year. The blush nudes, I'm going to have to say is probably a dupe for the Naked 3. If you want me to do a video on that, just let me know down below, and I will do it. Let's be honest, I'll probably do it anyway, because $52. $10. Obviously, like, the quality of Maybelline is not as awesome as Urban Decay, but I still found myself enjoying these two palettes for a good portion of the year. And these were actually the palettes I brought to me down to Florida over the Urban Decay one. So, what's that tell you? My honorable mention has to go to the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 1. I do own the second one. I haven't played with it yet, and this one's an honorable mention because I really like the shadow quality in them, but I honestly just haven't played around with it enough to say whether or not it could be winner or runner-up, but I definitely will have to say it has to be an honorable mention because these shadows are just so soft and so blendable, and when I have used it, I did love it. I do have a flop for palettes, and it is the Hard Candy Top 10 Eyeshadow Collection in Naturally Gorgeous. This is what the packaging looks like. First off, it is really difficult to open. Second off, these shadows, like, they don't pick up. I just tried picking up one of the darker shadows, and it didn't even, like, come off. These are just not easy to work with, and I would not recommend anyone getting it from this collection, but I heard the collection with, like, the metal studs on them instead of the lace were a lot better, so I'll try that out. But I do like the palettes from Hard Candy where they're in the tin can. It's like natural eyes and smoky eyes and sassy eyes. I do own the natural eyes one, and I absolutely love it. For my mascaras, I don't have any of them with me because I'm not using them currently in my rotation. So I'm just going to talk about them real quick. I believe they have all been mentioned in some sort of video of another. My winner has to go to the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. It was just the best lash days I've ever had was using that mascara, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, I heard of, actually, the winner, the runner-up, and the honorable, actually, I've heard of all these mascaras from 11th Gorgeous, and the winner is definitely one that 11th Gorgeous uses often, so I was very excited for me to be able to agree with them that it was definitely an awesome mascara. Second place has to go to the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion. The Lash Blast Volume is in the orange tube, and the Fusion is in the purple tube. I'm going to have to say it's the runner-up because it's still really good, but I don't find it as good as the Lash Blast Volume. Just because it's a little trickier to work with, but it's still a really good mascara nevertheless. The formula is more or less the same, but I think they did a little something different to make the Lash Blast Fusion a little bit differently. I'm sorry I'm having such a difficult time saying this. And then my honorable mention is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Full Lash Bloom. That's the one in the pink tube. I really did love it. I have it as honorable mention because I didn't use it as often as I wanted to, and it dried out before I could really get a chance to use it. Use it. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk tonight. I am so sorry, guys. But anywho, and you know, it made my lashes so soft and so really nice looking. So I definitely want to repurchase that and play with it a little bit more before I can definitely say whether or not I would put it in as a runner-up or first place. But I do want to put it as an honorable mention. My flop mascara goes to the Rimmel Scandalized Rockin' Curves Mascara. It is a natural bristle brush, and I've always had a lot of problems with those kind of brushes, so I'm not saying it's 100% Rimmel's fault on it. My eyelashes are just really stubborn, and I think the curve of the wand, because it was in a broken heart shape, so it was like a heart and then like the end, like, so it was like curved and then like that. Like, I don't know if that makes much sense, but it was like, and the shape of it just kind of made it really difficult to use on top of that, and I felt like it got bad way too quick. I barely used it, and I went to go use it, and it just was a clumpy mess, and it was just bad. So I would not recommend that for anyone. My favorite eyeshadow primer of the year, I only have it in a sample size, so please forgive me, but it has to go to the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I got backups upon backups now because of all the different Urban Decay palettes that I got for Christmas, but it is definitely my favorite primer. When I use this primer, my eyeshadow does not go anywhere, and I have hooded eyes, so it's very easy for my eyeshadow to crease, but not with this. With this, my eyeshadow is absolutely amazing. It stays put all day, and I absolutely love it. Second place has to go to the Wet n Wild. My cat, sorry. Has got to go to the Wet n Wild Fergie Take on the Day Eyeshadow Primer. This is very similar to the Urban Decay one. I might even say that they're dupes because this also... This is what's distracting me, guys. I'm sorry. I might even go as much as saying maybe that they're dupes because this also makes my eyeshadow stay all day, and you know, I like the fact that it's in a squeezy tube. It is a nude in tone, just like the Urban Decay one is, and I absolutely love it. My honorable mention has to go to the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. This used to be one of my absolute favorites, and if I hadn't discovered any other ones, it probably would have been my winner. But I also think that my eyes are growing used to it, so it's not working as well as it used to anymore. But I don't know if that's even possible. So, but I still like it, I still enjoy it, and I still have backups upon backups, so I'll finish those up at least. So, my favorite pencil liner for the year has got to go to the L'Oreal Silkissime line. My favorite shade being in Plum, though, because I do have green eyes, and any purple color really makes my eyes pop. So what I like to do is put this on my tight line, and my eyes just pop out so much more. And it's so soft and so creamy and so luxurious. I absolutely love it. Will recommend to anyone. Next in line, I have only found recently because I got it in one of the holiday gift sets I got, but it is the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencil in the shade Midnight Girl. I also have another shade. It's a brown color, but I haven't used that one yet. I've only used Midnight Girl. It's the black shade, and it's literally the exact same formula as the Silkissime, except it's Wet n Wild. The only downfall is I've only seen them in black and brown, so if you want any other colors, I would recommend the Silkissime, but still really good for a great price. My honorable mention has to go to the NYX Retractable Eyeliner. It's waterproof, and I have it in the shade white. Like I said, it is retractable, which I like to a point, because then I don't have to sharpen it, obviously, and that wood will never rub against my eye the wrong way, like it has with other pencils. But it's not as silky, it's not as creamy as the other one, so it is a little bit harder to work with. My flop, my absolute flop, oh my god, these are horrible, has got to go to the NYC Kohl Eyeliner pencils. These are so hard. They hurt your eyes. Do not use. Yes, they may be long and will last you forever, but don't put your eyes through this pain. The only thing I could think good of these is if one of them is in like a color that, you know, you can wear on your lips. Like, I plan on getting the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Abuse, so I plan on keeping this one in the shade in the navy to use with that, because I think it might be a good lip liner. And I would say, like, maybe the brown one for doing your eyebrows, but honestly, do not use these on your eyelids. They hurt. Okay, on to the last category, which is liquid eyeliners. My absolute favorite for the year. I have only started playing with liquid eyeliner recently because, like I said, I have hooded eyes, so if done wrong, liquid eyeliner looks bad. My favorite one is the Milani Eye Tech Extreme Felt Tip Liner. This is just what the felt tip looks like. It's long and skinny, and it really can get in there and just line it really well, and I really like it for that. And it is just so pigmented and black. Like, look at the NYC one compared to this one. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely love it. In second place is the NYX Super Skinny Marker. I haven't used this much. There was just one time where that was downstairs and I wanted to do a wing, so I used this. Again, really black, and that's what the tip looks like. There we go. So not as long as the other one, and I think this is felt tip, but the way that it's like, I don't know, it might be brush tip, but I'm pretty sure it's felt tip. And it's just a really good one as well. My flop has got to be the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. I literally, the brush is really thin, but I feel like I have no control over it. It is super black, don't get me wrong, but with the brush, I just feel like I have absolutely no control. Like, it's too wobbly for me. Maybe once I've really practiced, but I've tried practicing with this a lot, and I don't know, it just ends up getting up to my eyebrow. But like I said, it's super black, but it's just not for me. Alright guys, so that's the end of the eyes category. I am so sorry if I bashed any of your favorite products. That is not my intentions. This is just what worked and what didn't work for me personally. So take that into, don't take anything offensively. Pretty much, this is just what my favorites were for the year of 2015, and I wanted to share them with you. See maybe if you had any favorites that were the same as mine. And I love you all, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.